What celebrities have you encountered that were either really nice or really horrible?
I met John Candy on a plane when I was a little kid while traveling with my family. He was a big man. He had the whole row to himself in front of us with the armrest up between seats so he could be more comfortable. The stewardesses were blocking anyone from coming up and bothering him, even though they themselves were not exactly leaving him alone what with talking to him constantly and laughing at his enjoyable banter the whole trip. At some point he got up to go to the bathroom. When he came back he looked at me, pretended to do a double take like he was surprised and said, "Hey, you're the quietest kid ever, don't you talk?" The way he said it was so friendly that I just smiled and giggled. Then he had a pleasant conversation with my parents, who had been dying to talk to him the entire flight, but were too polite to bother him. Not even 2 weeks later we heard he had passed. I ran into Adam Sandler outside of a Planet Fitness in Brooklyn in early 2016. As I was leaving the Planet Fitness, it looked like he was walking in. We made eye contact, so I stopped and held the door for him. He got to the door and stopped right before he walked through, in one of those fake poses that little kids make when you tell them to freeze. I stood there holding the door, plenty confused. For about 5 seconds, we just stood there, him, motionless, and I, standing there holding the door. Finally, he turned his head and said in the stereotypical Adam Sandler voice, "Who we kidding? I'm not going in there." Giant grin on his face. We both laughed and then he continued down the street. Awesome. He was in my town in NY shooting something for Netflix a few years ago. When he was done for the day he went down to the local park and started playing pickup games of basketball with people. My mom spotted Robin Williams once and she went up to him and asked if she could get a quick photo. She didn't realize he was there in the middle or about to do something with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, so she waited until they were done around 20 to 30 minutes later, and then a bunch of the kids and people wanted photos with him. He made it a point to stick around and told his staff, "I think that woman wanted a photo," and made sure she got it. Mom was thrilled. He was such a humble, nice dude. The fact that he remembered her after doing the event and then singled her out when others were mobbing him speaks volumes. Must be hard keeping track of so many things going on like that. Used to do delivery runs for a catering company, and we would get a lot of celebrities at the airport that ordered from us. Johnny Depp was the only one I ever saw face to face. Dude pulled a wadded up bill from his pocket and tossed it at me. I thought it was cool I got a tip directly from him at all, but once I had it all unwadded it was $100 bill. My husband and I were wandering around Philly a few years ago and Don Cheadle was walking toward us. We both stopped and turned as we watched him go by. After he passed us he turned around with a big smile and waved, winked. I just thought that was pretty cool. I met Buzz Aldrin and have a good story. I met him in 2009 and 2013. At the 2013 meeting, I said, "I met you before in 2009, and he said, "What took you so long to come back?" Was a server for Tom Cruise. Pretty cool dude, TBH. Was a bit out of touch, but that's to be expected. The funny part was he didn't know what he could order off of our menu, so he had to call his nutritionist to find out what to get. Ended up getting fried chicken. I know some people that work with dubbing big movies and TV shows. They were once telling stories of some folks who dub famous people. They lost the voice actor for Harry Potter due to gun violence and whatnot. Then someone mentions Tom Cruise and they say he is a pain in the ass. Apparently he believed his voice actor sounded too old. He had been dubbing Tom Cruise for almost as long as Tom Cruise had been doing movies. He and his agent demanded that he get a new voice actor.